Chris here with NTD Racing. We've got Honcho up in Grand Junction, Colorado at Larry VanWinkle's speed shop. He and his family are LS specialists working on GM products, and no surprise, really good at making things go fast. Here's Cody's Camaro.
It's a 6-liter rod and piston motor, snake eater injectors. It's got an old school camshaft in it. It's actually an inverse split. Precision 76-75, speed engineering headers, turbo 400 with a brake. We've been 10s on this setup. The way that the car looks right now, it made 500 horse, and that was on 10 pounds boost, made 500 on pump gas on a really safe 12-13 degrees of timing.
On DOT tires?
Yeah, on a Hoosier QuickTime Pro. I drive the car to work.
You drove it here this morning?
Oh yeah, I actually.
It's really incredible the generational knowledge Larry has shared with Cody and Hayden, his two sons, who both are GM and LS experts. I mean, these guys are doing modern swaps into old chassis and just really creating cool cars that any of us would be pretty pumped to have in our driveway and rolling around town. So we got Honcho into the shop and up onto the dyno rollers, and spent a little bit of time making sure that it was secured properly. A lot of forces happening here, so you got to use multiple anchors in the front and the rear, make sure that truck is not going anywhere. That would make for a bad morning. And then once we had everything secured, we kind of worked on running it and basically drive no throttle, just to make sure everything was lined up straight, retighten all our straps. And then Hayden's down here and he's going to put some sensors on to get an RPM reading. After Hayden and Larry get these sensors on, Cody's working on getting all of the lines and parameters set up for the dyno. We go ahead and we make a baseline run, basically to see what the tune's at, where if your ratios are, timing, fuel injector duty cycles and such. And we didn't even run this up to redline. We just ran it to about 4,000 RPMs and then started taking a look at the data to see what we found. Right away, we realized there was a lot of headroom and space to grow some horsepower and torque in this. These big wheels and the heavy drivetrains aren't notoriously known for putting down big dyno numbers, but Cody was able to get us up to about 286 pound-feet of torque, 220 horsepower at the wheels. It's significant.
Mike, first time driving it, says the tune. What do you think?
That is a completely different truck. I feel like I'm driving a trophy truck. That thing has more power. I thought we would be living in first gear this whole race. I think it's second gear. I have more power in second off the line than I did before in first. It's unbelievable. Oh my God, that is the greatest thing I have ever driven in my life. Dude! Woo!
Huge thank you to Larry VanWinkle, Cody and Hayden, as well as Shauna, for helping us get Honcho race ready for Baja 2023. Follow along in the coming weeks as we get the last things dialed in and NTD Racing heads to Mexico.